And not only is it nippy out here, but it's also started to rain. But we're celebrating an African hero, and as African tales will go, when it rains, it means izinyanya zivumile. And we're here to unveil the Chris Hani Memorial and the Walk of Remembrance. We've spoken about it earlier, but we're going to do it again. Let's just bring into our outside studio. We've had to come into a protected area because it's raining. Let's welcome Mr. Mzwandile Masina. He's the chairperson of the ANC Ekurhuleni region. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
In its communication, the African National Congress said that Chris Hani represented the alliance in all its manifestations. What is your take?
Yes, Chris Hani was a symbol of unity and hope for the people of South Africa. And you'll recall that his untimely passing is a day that brought about a date for democracy that we all enjoy today. We're happy to be here once again, even though we ordinarily we should not be here because we know that he was killed brutally by apartheid people. Where we are now, we think that as South Africans, we must be able to find closure on this matter, and we have called on over time for Yanis Walus to speak the truth as to why did he kill Chris Hani, and we want to know the truth before we could even consider for him to be released.
How far are we in that regard in terms of finding out the truth?
Well, you'll know that Nelson Mandela advocated for unity and reconciliation in South Africa. But what we see, for instance, one of the sad moments that we have to reflect on is that when we were here 22 years ago as young revolutionaries, there was a revolutionary song that was sang, and the court later declared that song as racially offensive and that it must not be sang. And when we as South Africans say through our student at UCT that the Rhodes statue, who is a thief, who stole our mineral, must be removed, and then we are told that we must consider reconciliation and nation building, and we think we're far from that, and we want to call upon all our white South Africans to consider that we have fought for this democracy, and they have to work and collaborate with us to ensure that we are able to move South Africa forward. And the symbols of apartheid, we must read the symbols of apartheid, because our forefathers died for this democracy that we enjoy today, and we too, we don't want to be offended like they are offended when we sing some of the songs, revolutionary songs that do not come well, and they are quick to run to courts, and we have no courts to run to because courts have not been favorable to South Africans. That's why we're calling for the review of the judiciary and ensure that we can have courts that represent the majority of our people today.
But don't you find irony in the tale that he graduated at Rhodes University, and there are those issues that are taking place there at the moment, and now we're here erecting this structure, this beautiful marble structure in his remembrance?
Well, it is an irony. It's all because of apartheid. I'm sure he would have graduated from Chris Hani University if a democratic government was in place then. And we have no doubt that Chris Hani will live longer in our memories. One of the things that we will be calling on today as the ANC in the region is that we need to build a statue of Chris Hani in the city government. So we would not rest until this municipality build a statue that we are going to respect in the city government here. We appreciate the work that has been done today to ensure that there is this memorial that is going to cater for all revolutionaries who died. And we think that our municipality is in the step. This is a step in the right direction from our municipality, but more is expected from the city government.
Well, Ekurhuleni, a place of resting, and Chris Hani is resting right here at Thomas Ngobi Cemetery where we're standing today. What are your thoughts on the Chris Hani Memorial and the Wall of Remembrance?
Well, we think this is a good piece of work that has been done. It must be embraced and protected by communities. We have invited all our members to come and see with their own eyes how far we have come, because we think we owe it to them. We owe it to our heroes who are fallen, that we must honor them. And you must remember that in this piece of land where Chris Hani is lying to rest is also a hero's acre, which will ensure that at least those who are tried and tested are buried here over time to come. And we are happy with the work that has been started by our government, and will give it full support and protection over time so that this area is protected.
How should the community, both of Ekurhuleni and the country as a whole, engage with the structure in a way that is meaningful and means something to the memory of Chris Hani?
Well, I think we are moving closer to get this gravesite or this gravesite declared a national heritage, so that all of us can come here and learn how did Chris Hani died, what did he die for, and what happened immediately after Chris Hani died, and what is the work of Chris Hani and what he stood for, both in the ANC and the South African Communist Party. And I have no doubt that many South Africans, as we put together literatures, will have to come here to reminisce and see, and they will have also an opportunity to see many other heroes and heroines who have worked very closely with Chris Hani, because their names will be engraved here in this memorial, and will from time to time come here to pay our homage and ensure that we teach future generations about the role of Chris Hani in the politics of South Africa and the continent.
We said in the beginning of our discussion that Chris Hani was a true embodiment of the alliance. What would he say about the face and how the alliance looks in 2015?
Well, he will be sad about some of the events. If you look at what happened in Mpumalanga, where we had cadres of the movement, the African National Congress and SABC fighting amongst each other, we want to call upon that such tendencies must stop, because Chris Hani was a unifier in the movement. We cannot use name of our heroes to wage petty wars within the movement. Chris Hani would want us to make sure that as we move towards 2016, we move as a united force in the alliance. We want to call upon in particular youngsters that let's use social media platforms positively to spread the good message of the good story of the African National Congress. We don't have time as we're moving towards local government to be bickering about small things on the side. Ours is to put a united front to ensure that we're able to deliver to our people. 2016 should be the year of the African National Congress. We need to regain our strength that has been lost, and we need to ensure that we bring all South Africans to understand that we have brought about this democracy. We will bring about economic freedom that South Africans have been calling for.
Mzwandile Masina is the chairperson of the ANC Ekurhuleni region. He's also, as you will know, the Deputy Minister of the Department of Trade and Industry, talking to us from a rainy Thomas Nkobi cemetery, where the President later on in the day will be unveiling the Chris Hani Memorial. Let's join you again later on. For now, it's back to Leanne in Johannesburg.